This is the Taurus horoscope prediction for today. You are Taurus if you were born between April 20 and May 20. Remember that this is a prediction in love, singles, work and money for all those born under this sign, and that it does not take into account personal variables. Taurus, I know that these are not good times for you as far as love is concerned. You would undoubtedly like to find that special person who occupied your heart, even if it sounds a bit corny said that way. Perhaps the problem is that you set the bar too high and demand too much of people for you to even give them the opportunity to meet you. Perhaps that special person is closer to you than you think. It's just that you haven't stopped to think about it, or you haven't wanted to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sometimes it can turn out that people, when we get to know them, are when we are really attracted to them, because not everything is physical, and that is something that your horoscope sign and its prediction tells us that changes are at the door, so don't despair and be patient. Think calmly about what I have told you and you will probably find the answer you want. Taurus woman horoscope. Taurus friend, I know that you are not going through your best moment in terms of love relationships. You would like to have by your side that blueprint that you yearn for so much and that at the moment does not arrive. I don't know, but maybe it's that you haven't considered that he may be closer to you than you imagine. You demand a lot from men so that you give him the opportunity if he wants to meet you, and on the other hand the Taurus woman wants everything easily. My advice is that you show yourselves closer and try to give at least the opportunity to meet you to the one who is interested in you. So it is very likely that you will get a pleasant surprise, since sometimes one falls in love with who least expects it. You showed important, but obviously it is not everything. Taurus man horoscope. Taurus friend, do not despair because love has not knocked on your door yet. It's just a matter of time. You are quite demanding when it comes to finding a partner, and it's not that that's all bad, since you certainly don't have to settle for any woman just because you're not alone. But it is true that you usually give too much importance to the physical, and that is something that changes over time or stops attracting us with the same intensity. You must also learn to prioritize other very important aspects when maintaining a relationship, especially if what we want is for it to be stable. Perhaps in your environment there is someone interested in you, to whom you have not paid the slightest attention, and who could be that person you are looking for. This is typical of Taurus men. Open your eyes wide and be more attentive, and you will those days when you must say yes without thinking about it and without expecting regrets later. It is that your partner asks you not to wait for more delays, because that is essential for her. Not for material reasons or vanity, but because for her, it is a true test of love. If you don't have a partner, you have to be careful this time. That feeling that you have of taking the place of another person is not a fantasy, and it is better that you follow that hunch. The person you want uses you and fills with you the hole left by a previous relationship. You wonder if you can ask for a raise or an improvement in your working conditions. The stars answer yes, and that it is essential because you deserve it. Dispel fears of retaliation because your superiors and team know that you are an indispensable person. Perhaps the most indispensable of the entire organization. You do not know how to start with a good exercise program, although you feel it's neat in your body. That makes you put it off and put it off. Today is a good time to put aside the excuses and start over. It's very simple. Go for a walk of at least 15 minutes every day. In the life of every individual there are people who like it and people who don't. As a general rule, when we are with another person we are not particularly interested in communicating our negative feelings. It is easier to hide our disapproval than it is to hide our fervor. But when we feel true affection for someone, we have a hard time. In these new moon days, it is possible for a seemingly cold relationship to become hot. Taurus, you are going to score points in your company thanks to your good work and your brilliant ideas. You will show yourself with creativity and enthusiasm, something that will be valued in your work. You are in a good economic moment and you will be able to afford certain things. You will come up with great plans that you should not hesitate to put into practice. Do not listen to the comments of a certain person. You know that you are acting well. If you receive a series of anonymous calls, do not hesitate, it is who you are thinking, a love from the past. You will radiate friendliness and good humor, and you will have fun with those around you. You will manage to forget about all the problems today. You can change some harmful habits very successfully. You will have will. For health, do not be discouraged and keep insisting, do not give up. It will relevant, what matters is what is under them. Lucky numbers for today: 6, 7, 18, 27, 34, 42. Tips for tomorrow. All the signs of the horoscope are divided into 3 decans according to the date of birth, and this is the specific prediction of today's horoscope for each of them. First decan, April 21st to 30th. Do not ask others for more than what you are willing to give. You'll be better off that way. Second decan, May 1st to 10th. Comparisons are not good, and looking at others with envy only makes you delay in getting what you want. Third decan, May 11th to 20th. Avoid unnecessary problems by getting involved in